orientation, but better. One, because this is actually going to lead to some income. If not, while we're here, some of us are going to get dings and dongs of actually having sales being made while we're actually here learning and earning. So this is fantastic. This is one of a kind. This is what separates us from the rest, right? We are in business for ourselves, but we are not by ourselves. So before I get ahead of myself, let me introduce myself. My name is Shantae John Toussaint, and I'm one of the leaders here at Navetica, your pet's choice. And it is meetings like this that have helped me to grow in this business. It is meetings like this to help me see the grand picture. Even though you go through the day-to-day and you get the no's and you get some frustrations and whatever the case may be, this is where we get the mindset. This is where we learn the skills. This is where we are here together as like-minded individuals, all reaching for something greater and something better and something to leave behind. So with that being said, make sure that you have something to write with and something to write on. I hope everybody here is going to be taking notes. We need to write it down. There's something that happens between the motor movement and us looking down and reading it. That brain, it just sticks a little bit harder. It lasts a little bit longer so that when we go into the next day, we can act upon it. But of course, we're going to be opening those books too. So make sure whatever you're writing on, you can find it later. Don't be like me when I first started and have little random sheets of paper and then couldn't find them afterwards, okay? Make sure that you got a book, your own Navetica training book where you just write your notes down and you can just reference your pages as you so please, all right? Next and foremost, we're going to be learning about so much tonight, okay? We're going to be learning about products. We're going to be learning about how to sell those products. We're going to be learning about compensation. Let's say that again. Compensation. Let's say that again. Compensation, right? We have one of the most lucrative compensation plans in network marketing. I'm going to replay that, okay? Because that may have gone over a couple people's heads. We have if not the most, one of the most lucrative, okay, compensation plans in network marketing. So it is paramount. It is a must that we know exactly how to get all of the money off the table, okay? So definitely stay tuned for that. We're going to be talking about how to rank up as well. So now you're not leaving money on the table, but you're also able to advance, all right? Because we are growing, we are building so that one day we can be on the shores and not have to be in our homes, wherever we don't want to be. If you want to be in your home, then yeah, fine, you can be there too. I personally don't. I want to be on a shore somewhere, hearing the crashing waves on my hammock, swaying in the warm breeze. Emphasis on the warm, hot air, okay? I'm in the Northeast and I'm angry right now at how cold it is outside, okay? So again, welcome, welcome, welcome. Make sure that you check the participants. Make sure that your teammates are here. Give them a call. It is fine if you come off real quick, pick up your phone, dial. Let them hear the enthusiasm. Let them hear the excitement. Let them hear the urgency in which the importance of them being here and learning this information. You all, it's just like anything else. If there is some type of upgrade in some system at your job, what do? They have a meeting about it. They bring everybody there. Everybody attends the meeting to learn the new information, okay? This is what this is. If we don't treat our business like a business, how can we ever expect it to grow? How can we ever expect to grow within ourselves to be able to handle the growth of our business, right? That is why we need to be here. That is the message we need to be conveying to our team in order for them to understand the importance of being here as well. So again, take a look at the participants. If you do not see a team member, give them a call. Leave that voicemail, okay? I know many of us don't check voicemails like we used to. If you're able to leave a voice note, do that as well, okay? Again, nothing beats hearing the intonation, the inflection, and the urgency, okay? So again, we are going to be hearing from different people that are very knowledgeable in this business, individuals that have started right where we are, individuals that have been digging into their business and growing and still are continuing to grow and just share the information that they have learned along the way. Where else do you get that? This is not a crab in the barrel type of company. Each one teach one. We all share. We are all walking together with linked arms to that Navetica mountaintop. So let's hype it up. You are here. here. You are consistently being here, coming to everything, and we are so elated to have you here with us. I know myself as well. If I didn't have to have meetings on Mondays and Thursdays, I'd be right here with you on Morning Motivations and every single thing. But unfortunately, I do. So with that being said, we always ask of each and every one of you to do the best that you can, right? If we could pop an earbud in, if you're at work right now, put in an earbud. If you are able to take notes on your cell phone device, if you're able to have a notepad wherever you are, make sure that you are at least at the very minimal hearing the information, because we know osmosis is real. That's why our parents didn't want us watching those R-rated videos or movies, right? That's why our parents kept us away from Uncle so-and-so and Auntie so-and-so when they came over, because they didn't have a filter and they didn't want to take us, our innocent minds, right? Well, here is a place to just let it all down, right? The little ones, this is a safe environment as well. This is about entrepreneurship. This is about changing mindset. This is about growth. This is about getting ahead and leaving a better after, right? For those to come after us, right? So with that being said, I have the pleasure of bringing up a young lady in this phenomenal opportunity. She started not too long after I did and blew it up. She is highly, highly knowledgeable about all things dog related. She is hailing from Hawaii. Next time she goes, I wish she could carry me with her. But now she is in the Atlanta area, making Navedica's name known. She is consistently posting those sales receipts, and I love to hear her talk about the products. And on top of that, she is going to be sharing exactly how to sell these products to individuals. So without further ado, I am bringing up the one and only Miss Lita Lindholm. The floor is yours, ma'am.
Thank you, Miss Shantushan. I really appreciate it. Good evening, I should say, to everyone on the call. I hope you're super pumped and excited to hear this information. Every single time, I get to talk about products, I get excited all over again, because I really do believe in these products, not only because Navedica told me how good they are, it's because I actually use these products on each and every one of my clients every single day. And I have clients from Hawaii to Virginia to Atlanta. So I have reviews coming from everywhere, people that have their own pets and they're actually using it. They're telling me like, hey, Lita, this is going on. This is going on. Like, this stuff is amazing. You're saving me money. I love this stuff. So that's why I get excited, because I like to not only help my pet parents, definitely help their pets live longer, healthier, and happier lives. But I love to save some money. Who doesn't want to save money? Because I know I worked at, a vet clinic for 10 years. 6 years. I've been in the pet industry for 10 years. So I know veterinary bills can be expensive, and a lot of people can't afford it. And a lot of my clientele was military clients. So they were on a tight budget. They couldn't afford that $1,000, $2,000, $4,000 surgery or treatment for their fur baby, because it just wasn't in their budget, So I totally understand that. And I always wanted to do something that could help impact their lives in a positive way. So if you guys don't know who I am, my name is Miss Lita Lindholm. I'm one of the leaders here at Navedica, Yours Pet's Choice. And I'm here to help everybody kind of better understand pet health. I'm a registered vet tech. So basically what that means is I'm a registered nurse in the animal world. I was the one assisting the doctor in surgeries and diagnostics and client education. I'm the one that you talk to in the room when, the doctor was who knows where, probably writing up your prescription. I was the one you mostly talked to, okay? So I got to see a lot of different issues that was going on in the industry. So when I say that Navedica has really filled the gap for a lot of issues that, a lot of pet parents are experiencing at home, it really has. So what I like to do, if you haven't been on one of my trainings before, I like to hold all questions to the very end. Okay, I'm a little ADD, so I get distracted. So you can start asking me a whole bunch of questions in the middle of me talking, I'm gonna totally lose my train of thought. And try your best not to also put the questions in the comments, section, the chat section, because I'm probably gonna get distracted too, and I probably won't see it because sometimes there'll be so much going on, I won't even see it. So if you have a question, this is your time to get your answers, your answers to your questions. You're going to unmute yourself at the very end. I will take a few questions. We have a lot to cover tonight, not just products. So Mr. B definitely wants me to keep it, contained, but definitely write your questions down and make sure it's like one that, you can definitely get answered right now. It's one of the most important ones. First things first, if you're serious about your business and learning about each and every one of these products, this right here is your best friend. Okay, Dr. London took a lot of time to not only individually go over all the ingredients in every single one of our products, but it has so much information when it comes to network marketing, the compensation plan, all of the above. But my favorite part is the product ingredients. I mean, that's kind of like my favorite thing, because this is something I take into my clients' homes when I'm doing mobile nail trims, mobile grooming, when I'm doing pet sitting and dog walking, and they're asking me about products they can use. I take this with me because it's something I can physically show, like literally show them, like, hey, look, here's the ingredients. This is what it does. This is what it helps with. And they can read it for themselves. They know I'm not just pulling it out of the air or something on Google I just read. So make sure you guys have this. Please invest in it. It's one of the best things you're going to invest in. If you haven't already got your product pack, I can't fit my product pack in this little big corner, but I'm sure you guys know what it looks like. If you haven't got your product pack, make sure you get that too. As soon as you can afford it, as soon as you save up enough sales or money, or somebody blesses you and then you have a little bit of extra money. Thank you, Miss Shantae. You can look inside of her bubble of her screen. She is holding up the product pack. If you're brand new, that's what it looks like. It's amazing. Okay, so if you can, go ahead and get your product pack as soon as possible. I actually wish I got it when I first joined. I just joined for the 35 and then I brought a little products. My belief level was still right there. And then I was like, what am I doing? I need the product pack. I need to go buy it right now. So I literally brought it within probably a few weeks. So make sure you have those two things. That's extremely important. It's more impactful to a customer when you bring up that big old product pack and then your training manual. It makes them think that you're serious about your actual products, your actual business. You just bring out a little, oh yeah, look at this little bottle, you want to buy this? People are really? You just pulled out of your purse? What is that? But the product pack is definitely something that you can carry everywhere and it looks professional, okay? So what I'm gonna do, if you guys want to follow along in your training manual, feel free to. I'm gonna start with the multivitamin first. Remember, you guys want to definitely take notes because I'm gonna be giving you a lot of vet tech game right now. This is stuff that they won't tell you at the vet clinic. And it's also something that I personally tell my customers to make them buy the products, okay? So that way, or should they influence, to influence them to buy the products. So let's start with the multivitamin. Now, the multivitamin is probably, out of all the vitamins, I probably sell this one probably the most because I can sell it to any pet from 6 weeks old all the way up to senior pets, and they could be up to 20 plus years. So make sure that you're understanding that this is kind of like your women's one a day, men's one a day. It's a multivitamin. So it's a vitamin that kind of handles everything, so it has vitamins A, D, E, K, magnesium, phosphorus. I mean, if you look on the back of the bottle alone, I was just like, wow, I was blown away when I first saw it because I'm like, it had so many different ingredients, so many different vitamins that makes it super impactful for dogs. And these are a lot of the things, even in their kibble, their regular dog food, the dry kibble that you're feeding them usually, that they're not getting. So it's making up for that extra nutrition that they're sometimes losing or not getting enough of. So you definitely want to make sure your fur baby is on this every single day. And that's what I tell people. When they're like, oh, my dog is completely healthy, he doesn't need vitamins. No, that doesn't even make sense. They tell us as humans, I don't care how healthy you are, take vitamins, so if you can give your dog something that looks like a treat, and give it to them every single day, and it's going to just help with their liver and kidney functions. And that's actually what it says in your training manual. If you look at it, liver and kidney is probably one of the most, it's probably the organs that feel the most in dogs when they start to get older. Okay. So that's when we kind of just see it kind of decline slowly. Their values are going down, and then eventually they get sick and pass away. So this is something that you want to definitely talk to people about. for your customers that are telling you that their dog's already on medication because they have cancer, diabetes, you know, all these different diseases that can come up in dogs. This is a good one to have. We have our actual products are made with natural ingredients. It's going to do nothing but help. It's like you giving your dog vegetables when they're sick. You're not going to be like, oh, I'm not going to give it to them because he's sick. No, I'm going to give him something to enhance his health, enhance his life. Okay, so that's kind of how I sell this main, you know, multivitamin, because like I said, any dog, any age can definitely use it. And I bundle it with pretty much all the ingredients, all of the products. They're gonna work together to make your pet live healthier. Okay, so that was the multivitamin. Let's talk about hip and joint. Remember, we have 2 different sizes. We have one for little dogs. So they're both 30-day supply. So is the multivitamin. You know, this has 30 chews in it for the smaller dogs. This has 60 chews in it because they get 2 a day. So that has 60 chews in it, but it's still a month supply. Even though this one is bigger, it's still a month supply, okay? I really like this one. Sometimes dogs, I'm not gonna lie, I like to be completely transparent when I'm doing my training. Sometimes dogs are a little funny about this one. They're like, what is that? It kind of smells like a vitamin. You know, they're smart. Dogs are really smart, like they really are. So what I do is I tell people, like, just because he doesn't want to eat it doesn't mean you shouldn't give it to him. So you should definitely put peanut butter, cheese, like turkey meat, whatever you can possibly think of, wrap it in there, you know, and give it to him. Throw it in his food, break it up, whatever you got to do to make him eat it, go ahead and give it to him, okay? So I really like this. If you haven't heard of the testimonies for the hip and joint, wow, I mean, it's just, there's so many of them. I continually get like testimonies probably every day. I can't even post them all, of like dogs that have, you know, cruciate ligament tears, and which is basically kind of like a torn ACL in a dog, you know, when like athletes are playing basketball and stuff like that and they tear that ligament, it requires surgery. That's the only way that you're going to be able to fully, you know, repair it. Okay. I've had clients that started using this, that they told them it was going to be $4,000 or $5,000 for the cruciate ligament surgery. They started taking this. Their dog was limping beforehand. 5-6 days later, their dog is no longer limping. Now, is it fully healed? And do I claim that it's now magically healed because they're on a hip and joint? No, I don't make no health claims whatsoever. Okay. So that's what you guys need to remember. For you new people out there, put that in caps. Highlight it, circle it, put an asterisk, whatever you got to do. Do not make any health claims. Do not say it's going to heal your pet. It's going to stop the problems, any of that. What I like to say is it's going to help with whatever is going on. Okay? That's what I like to say. I try to stay far, far away from those healing words and all of that stuff. It's going to help the situation. So the vitamin does. It helps the situation, helps what's going on, helps the pain, helps the inflammation, all of that stuff. Okay? So this stuff is amazing. If you didn't hear the polo story, that's another good one. The dachshund, he was dragging his kind of leg behind him, had a really stiff leg and back area. Dachshunds are classic for having back issues. So if you have a customer that has a dachshund, tell them, just throw it at him. Like, you need this now. What are you waiting for? Like, the dachshund is probably going to have back issues, probably going to have some kind of hip issues. They're just those type of dogs. I mean, they're just made weird. So they're just going to have those kind of issues. So make sure, you know, you kind of definitely talk to people about that. Those dogs with shorter legs, those are dogs that normally have back issues. So you want to kind of talk to people about that. It doesn't matter to what size dog it is. I hear a lot of people saying it's a big dog thing, hip and joint issues. That is incorrect. Little dogs can have hip and joint issues. They can have elbow dysplasia issues. You'll hear that word a lot, dysplasia. That means something is going on with the actual joint, okay? So you want to make sure that you talk to big dog people, medium dog people, little dog people. If dogs are limping or having some type of issues getting up and down the stairs or up and down, jumping on the couch, that's most likely a hip and joint issue. So make sure, and yes, I'm huge on preventative, okay? So you need to talk to people just because they're not currently having the issue. Make sure they're preventing the issue. Helps prevent. Okay, remember, you can even use the words in your training manual. It tells you how to kind of hold it, like helps improve, helps nourish, you know, like those are all the words that I love to sound really smart too when you say that. Like, what's to help improve the function of the joint? Yeah, I'm like, oh, okay, she knows what she's talking about. Use it. That's what it's there for. If you don't have your training manual, ask your upline leader for like pictures of the training manual. We have them everywhere. So there's no excuses. Definitely. We have literally everywhere. I use it all the time to sell products online. So, like I said, this stuff is amazing. Pernicanalicus is one of the main ingredients. Yes, say that 10 times fast. It's super complicated. Usually say green lip mussel because I don't like to get too fancy words. People are just like, what are you talking about? I really don't care. Does it work? That's all they care about. Okay, so don't get too fancy with words. Just say, oh, it has this fancy lip mussel that helps with like, arthritis and stuff like that. Just leave it at that. Don't get too complicated, okay? Of course, glucosamine, that's what everybody wants to hear. This is the most popular vitamin in the pet industry, okay? People understand that their dogs are going to have these issues and they want to buy it. Okay, so if you don't sell anything else, you probably sell this. Remember, small one, big one. If you have 2 dogs, sell them this one, save them money. Now they have them on supply for 2 of their dogs, okay? All right, so that was the hip and joint. Let's move on to skin and coat, okay? Skin and coat is a really, really great vitamin. Now, I'm going to share something with you guys that I've been currently testing out with my customers, especially now we are in. Now, for those of you that heard my trainings before, this is the new thing. Underline it, okay, circle it. We are now in yeast season. Like I saw this little meme on Facebook that said Happy Yeaster. I was rolling. I was cracking up. I thought it was the funniest thing ever because it really is yeast season for dogs. Okay. And what that means is this is the season where they're going to start smelling bad. That smell, you're like, what in the world? I didn't wash them a million times. I didn't clean their ears. Like I did everything and they still smell gross and greasy. That's yeast. I know it's really nasty. Really, really gross. And bacteria. Okay, this is the season because it's starting to get rainy. April showers bring May flowers, that type of season. This is the season where bacteria and yeast love to live on the dog's body. So they're going to start having skin infections on their whole entire body, on their ears, especially. In between their toes, they're going to smell like corn chips. They're going to have that weird type of to it. I don't even know how to, but you guys know what I'm talking about. If you have a dog or you've seen a dog that has a yeast issue, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. So if you have a lot of pet parents telling you like, hey, I'm having issues with this, my dog's licking its feet, my dog's biting at its feet, I can't get rid of the smell, that type of thing. What I like to do, if it's just like a red issue, like, because I like to try to say words that you guys can understand, just red, like they're red, I use the skin and coat, okay? Because most likely it's inflammation that's happening in the body, okay? And then if they're just like licking their paws, licking, I'll use this. If they're having fur missing because they're licking or biting or whatever they're doing, I use this because it will help rejuvenate the hair follicle. So which basically means it's going to help the hair grow back. So I really use this a lot. Okay, for the dogs that are having issues with their hair not growing back, with shedding. Oh my gosh, that's the magic word. You say shedding, I'm telling you yourself, a million of these alone. They're like, what? Shedding? How much is it? Like, they don't even want to hear anything else. Husky parents, oh my gosh, they just, how much is it? I didn't sold this alone. They didn't want to hear anything else. So make sure you guys are definitely confident when talking about the skin and coat, because it has a lot of benefits to it of just making the skin and coat looking a lot shinier and healthy and rejuvenated, okay? So always remember that when you're talking about the skin and coat. All right, the main ingredients is this, basically omegas. That's like, you want to use fancy words and, look in your training manual. There's a lot of good words in there you can use. Omegas is the big one. I try to keep it simple. Basically helps with everything you can possibly think of when it comes to skin. Vitamin E is also another one. People understand in layman terms, like, oh yeah, vitamin E, that's skin, my nails, my hair, they understand all of that. Okay, so that's definitely what you want to do with skin and coat. All right, let's move on to digestive. Now everybody knows this is my favorite when it comes to skin issues. Guess what? This is yeast doesn't like this. This is the yeast enemy, okay? Because we have probiotics and prebiotics in it, okay? And that's going to help kill the yeast. I didn't see it with my own eyes. It's going to help kill the yeast from the inside out, okay? So you're gonna have the ear issues, gonna be gone. The skin issues where they have it all on their underside, they're licking their paws, I mean, all the hair is completely gone. I've seen pit bulls, man, I've seen pit bulls miserable. Put them on this, put them on Skin and Coat, gave them the dry shampoo or our no rinse, put them on all of that, like just gave them the whole hygiene kit and all of those. In 3 weeks, their skin is looking like it had no issue. And if you don't know anything about the bully breed in general, the bully breed has the most skin issues. So anybody with a pit bull, I'm talking about pit bulls, I'm talking about what are the ones that everybody's having right now? Frenchies, that's like everywhere. I see them everywhere on Instagram. Like, oh my gosh, everybody has one, celebrities and all. They need this because they're most likely their bully is going to have a skin issue, whether it's going to be licking their paws, biting their paws, their ears. Any floppy ear dog, right? Any dog that ears flop over like that, if it's rainy outside and they don't dry those ears out really good after they come back from inside, most likely, guess what happens yet? Next, yeast infection, skin issue. Something is going on. The yeast and bacteria love to live in those environments, nice and warm and, cold and, or not warm and cold, but it's like nice and warm. And it has like, that dark kind of setting to it. And that's where yeast and bacteria love to live. Okay. So you want to make sure that you're definitely helping pet owners understand that, helps kill the bad bacteria and yeast and feed the good ones. So yes, that's kind of like how everything works. And a lot of people understand that. Anything with biotic in it, antibiotics and stuff like that, people understand how that kind of works. So you can kind of talk to them more about it and just kind of, really break it down for them. And what I like to kind of talk to people about is this is a big money changer for their pockets. When it comes to ear infections with their dog, they have chronic ear infections. That means they have ear infections over and over and over and over and over again. Guess what? How much that is every time you go to the vet clinic? 150, 200, 150, 200, 300, 152. Every single time they go to the vet clinic. And sometimes it's like every other month or every single month. So if you can give them something for $34.99 that lasts for 90 days, 90 days, this is a huge seller for me. This alone, I'd be like, oh, it's $34.99. They'd be like, I'm like, but it's a 3-month supply. Okay, I'll take it. I mean, immediately they change their mind because they can do the math. Like, oh, this is going to save me money in the long run. So this right here, telling you, this is the season for it. Start looking online on Facebook groups and all of that about people having yeast infection issues with their dog, bacteria issues, skin issues, stinky smell issues with their dog, and they can't figure out. I gave them bath a million times and I can't get the smell. Yeast issue. Yeast is not your friend. Especially in your house, it smells so bad. So this is a big one, guys. Make sure you guys understand that. If you guys have any questions at all to after the call, you can ask me, or even after this whole entire training, make sure you guys add me as a friend and message me. If you don't know how to get a hold of me, ask your upline leader. I'm sure somebody can get a hold of me for you, okay? All right. Talk about calming support. This one's really good too. Everybody wants their dog calm. It's kind of hard sometimes when things are happening, like, it's going to be rainy soon, or it's already being rainy basically. So thunderstorms, lightning, this right here I sell a lot of because it's becoming that season and people understand that. So they're starting to buy this. Guess what else big holiday is coming up that's scary to dogs? Take a wild guess. 4th of July. Dogs hate fireworks. So I don't know if somebody told you they like it, you lie. Dogs hate fireworks. Okay, so this right here is amazing. A lot of people buy this from me right before the holiday. I tell them buy it from me like in June and May, so that way you're not like racing to get it in the mail, you know what I mean, before 4th of July comes. Give your dog, a couple of these and let it work. Test it out ahead of time too, because every dog's tolerance is different. And the key with this is you want to give it to your dog before the actual event happens, the stressful event. Okay, so you don't want to wait till now the fireworks are popping and they're going crazy and they're like, oh, what is going on? It's gonna be harder for this to bring them back down. Okay, if you're going to the groomer, if they're going to the vet, if they're having some type of traumatic event, like a new person coming over, whatever it is, you want to give this to your dog before it happens. Okay, so I usually say about 30 to 20 minutes before, depending on, you know what I mean, what the situation is. Start with like 2, honestly, for all dogs. I'd be like, start with 2, then wait 30 minutes. No, give them another one, give them another one. I have a pit bull that gets 8. Okay, 8 until he finally knocks out. So every dog is different, but the sweet thing about our calming support is that it's natural. So it's not going to help, you know what I mean? It's not going to hurt them, you know what I mean, if they get more than usual, because it just makes them more sleepy, because it has L-tryptophan in it. Just like it's a natural enzyme in turkey that makes you sleepy. So just like on Thanksgiving, you're not going to like, something's not going to like hurt you because you're eating more turkey. Like you're just going to get more sleepy. Eventually you're going to just knock out. Like, so it's kind of the same concept. So that's how I explain it to people, like, eat more turkey, get more sleepy. Okay, that's how your dog is going to react to it. It's a natural reaction rather than a chemical reaction, like a lot of anxiety medications that we give to them in the vet clinic. Okay, so this one is good. You know, we have something a little stronger now, but I will go over that soon. But yes, calming support is amazing. All right. Okay, so let's just talk about it now. I will go ahead and go to that next. Our CBD spray. Okay, I literally can't, I don't even have it with me right now. I just ordered another one because every single time I order it, somebody wants to buy it off of me. So I'm about to start calling myself the dog cat CBD queen because I sell the most. I don't know. Somebody in corporate has to like maybe compare my numbers to somebody else, because I feel like I sell so much CBD. Like as soon as I posted it, I had somebody in my inbox today like, Lita, where's the CBD? Because I don't see it. Like they want this stuff. Like it's probably right now the most popular item in the pet industry. Like CBD treats are out, CBD sprays. I mean, everybody's talking about it. It's a new rage. So if you're not pumping that up right now, like what are you doing? Because everybody is talking about it. It helps with so many different things. I mean, people can, and that's the sweet thing that I like about it is people can do their own research. You don't even really have to say much. And that's one of the things that we had said on our last call when we talked about it, is that we don't like, because of CBD and all the rules and regulations about it, we don't put a lot of information out there about like what it can help with, you know, like, so it can help with anxiety, it can help with inflammation, it can help with, we just say, hey, we got it. We got it. Okay. You want this stuff or what? Like we have it. And if you put it out there, trust me, people are going to start inboxing you about it. They're going to start messaging you about it. They can really do their own research, kind of figure out what's going on. But what I do tell them is that ours is spray with salmon oil. That's the sweet thing about it. You know, it's not like a drop, because a lot of the CBDs that I've been seeing for dogs and cats, it's a drop. And I'm like, who wants to do that? Like, I don't want to give a drop to a cat. I don't know about anybody else on this call. I do not want to do it. I barely want to do nail trims on cats. Okay. So I probably have sold the most CBD to cat clients because they understand the concept. Like, it's my cat, you can calm down. The cat's crazy. So definitely make sure you're putting that information out there. You know, make sure you're telling people that it is something that we offer. So that way, you know, you can definitely get more sales, just like selling it. I mean, it's an easy like 64, like it's $64.99. And I honestly, at first I was like, oh man, $64.99. But I'm like, no, bump that. I'm going to be confident. And I told people about it. And I was like, no, $64.99, guys. This is what we have. And people are buying it. Like out of all the products, I would tell them the price. And, you know, some people are going to be a little bit cheaper than others. But when it comes to the CBD, it's like they understand that, okay, the good stuff, oh, it costs more. Like they understand that. So it's not much that I have to really break down to them. And the cool thing about CBD too, you can't really buy it off Amazon. Not the oil, not the sprays. Can't buy it just anywhere. You can buy treats and all this other stuff off Amazon, but you can't buy like a spray. It's very regulated. Okay, and that's why I'm thankful for Dr. London. He made sure everything was legit and clear and crystal before we started putting it out there. Because that's the first thing people ask, like, where is it coming from? What is the source? All people research this kind of stuff. So just make sure, you are confident. If you guys have more questions about it, make sure you reach out to one of us so that we can kind of tell you how to like talk about it and advertise it the right way. Because there is, like I said, you got to be very careful. You don't want to say too much, because it's like against, I think, regulations and stuff like that. So just make sure that you're extremely careful about it. But yes, I sell a lot to cats, like lots of dogs, anxiety dogs, dogs that have a lot of inflammation, dogs that have hip and joint issues, like pretty much any dog or cat that has health issues, I'm going to sell it to them. Because it's good for pain, good for inflammation, good for anxiety, all of that stuff, makes them sleepy. So just make sure, you are like, you can kind of like talk to them about it, but you can't really post a lot of stuff about it. Okay. So that's the thing that you got to be careful about. But that's CBD. I can talk all night about it, but I'm not going to. All right. So that is our CBD. What I wanted to say really quick before I kind of move on is this right here is a bundle that I sell together. Okay. So this is for the really bad issues, the digestive, the bad skin issues. This right here is for like the slight skin issues. So it's totally different. Okay. I want to tell you this because it's something that I've been researching and studying myself and having trial and errors with my clients. Slight skin issues, more serious skin issues. Okay. And I double it up too. If they ask me like, oh, my dog is currently having an issue, when they get it in the mail, the first 5 days, double it up. So if they're getting one, every day, give them 2 for the first 5 days. Get that into their system. It's natural. We want to get it working. Okay, so always sell these together. If they're really happy, go lucky, sell the multivitamin. I sell it anyway, just to throw everything in it. It can do nothing but help. Okay. All right. Let's move on to the hygiene. I want to talk about, first I want to talk about the dental stuff, and then we'll get to the other skin stuff. The dental shoes, our dental shoes are really amazing. We have the little dog ones, kind of looks like cat treats to me. And then we have the big dog ones. These are really cool. I like to sell the bigger ones more because you can break them. So I like to, if they have multiple dogs, they can easily be broken in half and you can give it to them. So that's why I really like that. And it has spirulina in it. If you don't know what that is, it's like a superfood. It helps with so many different things. Not only does it help with things that are going on in the mouth, so scraping the tartar off the teeth, like that kind of brownish, yellowish thing, that's kind of on their teeth. It helps with that, of course, but there's so many different good benefits to it with their immune system too, with them swallowing it. And like I said, read your training manual because it breaks it down for you so you can better understand. That's power. Okay, so the dental chews are really good. If they're like, oh, my dog doesn't like dental treats, because that happens to me a lot, I always be like, okay, no worries, we have this water additive. So that's the toothbrush. This is the mouthwash. Okay, this is Listerine of dogs. So I want you to put this in your dog's water, just pour a capful. And what I like to do, because I be at my client's house all the time, I'm like, where's your water bowl? Let me give you some. I mean, why not? Let me give you some. I'm gonna give you some right now. Like while we're talking right now, I'm gonna give you some. Pour it right in their water bowl and watch the dog drink. Because if they see that, they're gonna be like, yeah, I really need this. And honestly, I never should sell the small one. I always sell the big one. Just like, what away? What are you doing? $4. Just throw it in the cart. It's okay. Don't worry about it. $4 difference. Just buy it. So you definitely want to, tell people this. This is really good. It lasts for a long time. That's what I like about it, is because you only need a really like a cat full. Depending on how much water they give their dog, they might have to refill it and pour more. So just kind of explain that process. All of the instructions are on the back too. So you can kind of like, you don't have to feel like you're not confident. You can just read the directions and I'll tell you how to use it. It has peppermint oil in it, so it has a lot of benefits. Naturally, a lot of people understand peppermint oil and how it works. Not only does it help kill the bacteria in the mouth that causes bad breath and tooth decay, but it also helps with the sore stomach. So if their dog is always eating stuff like they're not supposed to, like dogs love to, like I saw a dog eat a mask the other day and I'm like, why would you do that? But I saw a dog on social media eat a whole mask, and they actually bought one of these from me the other day because they're like, their dog's always eating stuff. But it does help soothe the stomach if they're not feeling well, okay? So that's really good. And then let's talk about the skin stuff. So the hygiene bundle, you know, is a really, really good one. This right here, if you don't know what the hygiene bundle is, it's our paw protector. And then it's our no rinse, which is, I think, currently sold out at the moment, but we're just waiting for our shipment to come in, and we will be ready to go. And then also our anti-itch. Okay, so this trio right here is amazing. Okay, but remember I said it's yeast season, didn't I say that? Right? So guess who's going to be selling these a lot? So I can't wait for no rinse to really be back, because this right here alone will tell you about no rinse. No rinse, I sell so much of it, even if I can't sell anything else. Number one, it lasts for a long time. You don't need much. Just pump it, boom, it's right on your hand, rub it together, it's gone. People understand that concept. For dogs that are smelly, and this is the season for it, it's gonna be rainy, Spot's gonna run outside, you're gonna just give him a bath. The groomer just came yesterday, he's gonna run outside, roll in the mud, and come back in your house, and now he's gonna be smelling like a wet dog, and nobody likes that smell, okay, nobody. Put this on him, squirt, 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 rub him all around with a towel. Guess where else you can rub this? Because it's no rinse, which means it has a drying agent in it, right? Dries on its own. The ears, antibacterial, guys. Make sure, okay, you guys understand that. That's why I said, just wait, because I'm going to be selling a lot of these this spring, trust and believe, probably all summer too. So this stuff is amazing. So for ear infections, I wanted to show you guys my strategies that I kind of compiled together to make my sales bigger. I'm going to share you my secrets, okay? So ready. Make sure you take notes on this. I'm going to sell the hygiene bundle, right, together, along with digestive, right, for ear issues. These are specifically with ear issues now. They're going to take this every single day, okay, or double it up. After they take that every single day, they're going to make sure that, you know, they can use the no rinse, get the ear nice and clean. It's going to dry, let it dry, right? After you let it dry, you can spray this because the ear is itchy, right? Because it's ear infection. So you're going to spray this, spray, let it dry, okay? Then use our paw protector. As you don't know, no rinse, 99.9 kills bacteria and all that germs and yuckiness, viruses, right? Has lavender oil in it. It's very soothing. And what else? Lavender oil helps with healing. Yes. I was just like, why can't I think of this before? Duh. Helps with healing the ear. Okay, that's the main thing that you want when your dog has ear infection. So this helps first. I'm gonna spray this next because it's itchy, right? So it's gonna, not only with the tea tree oil in here, is gonna help with the, you know, like the itchiness. It's gonna help soothe it and all. It's gonna kill other things in the ear that cause ear infections. Okay. It's a long list of fancy words. I don't even want to go there. You can look it up later if you want to, but there are other things in the ear, bacteria that is complicated. Tea tree oil naturally kills it. Amazing. Okay, so that's what I'm going to sell that. Last step, paw protector. Coconut butter and all this fancy stuff they got in here. I mean, they got a little bit of everything in here. Coconut butter, beeswax. I mean, like, coconut oil. I mean, it's literally everything. Mineral oil. So it's really good for moisturizing. Because a lot of times when you're healing, right, what happens? What happens? Your skin gets dry, right? Dry and crusty and nasty. You're going to put this on. Rub that all over your dog's ear. Do that every day. Every day. Trust me. If they have this combo, trio, I should say, plus this, you want to get fancy, if they got their balling and they can afford the skin and coat too, it's only going to help with inflammation. Sell all of it. I can tell you that sale alone, I mean, you're gonna get active. If you sell like, I mean, you're gonna get active from that. I mean, that, and then like a couple more, probably one more. That's easy. So if you can talk to people about skin issues and you can talk to them about ear infections, that alone is going to help you with lots and lots and lots of sales. And I'm gonna start using it definitely. You know, like I said, when everything is back on board with the no rinse, I have a couple bottles of no rinse that I keep my personal use, and I'm gonna probably start selling them because people love it so much. I have people just buy no rinse from me because they love it so much. Okay, last but not least, wet away. Okay, this is like puppy season. A lot of people get dogs around this time frame. I don't know why, but people tend to get a lot of dogs around springtime and summertime. People want to just still love and run with puppies in when it's warm outside. I don't know, but people just really like having puppies around this time. So make sure the puppy people, sell them wet away, please. Very, very important. People's kids are still in quarantine at home, driving them crazy. I know because I'm a toddler mom. Okay, I know. Make sure you're selling this to them. Sprinkle it on the floor 60 seconds or less. Any liquid-based spill is going to turn into a powdery substance, and you can vacuum or sweep it up. Make sure you show them the video. That's golden. There's so many videos out there. You're not showing them the video. I don't know what you're doing. Wet away is an amazing thing to sell, especially on the weekends. Post the wet away video. You're going to get a whole bunch of people inboxing you asking what that was. Okay, so I absolutely love the wet away. I think I pretty much went over everything. So I'm going to open up the floor for a few questions. So this is the time to make yourself uncomfortable and definitely go ahead and ask me questions because this is the time I can answer it for everybody. No question is a dumb question, even if I already said it. Please let me repeat it so everybody can hear it. Yeah, so go ahead and unmute yourself. I'm here for you guys.
Hi, Ms. Lindholm. This is Ms. Leitner. Are you putting, when we're talking about the ears, are you actually putting the no rinse? Are you spraying that and the tea tree? I'm so sorry. And the are you putting them inside the ears, or are you talking more around like pinna, where it's just the folds?
Yes, good question. Not
Thank
all
you.
the way, just the outside. That's what I'm doing.
Awesome,
Because
thank you.
owners to do the inside if they don't know what they're doing, but that outside area definitely will help with a lot of different things.
I have a question.
Sure, go ahead.
So today, somebody who got the anti-itch spray asked me if it's okay to use like on the face and like near the ears. Is that fine as long as it's not like in the dog's eyes, right? Because of like the essential oils.
Yeah, so what I usually do, and this is what I do actually, I use the no rinse a lot when I'm actually grooming dogs. You can use cotton balls and just spray it on there and then actually just like rub it in those areas. Because a lot of bullies, they have those folds, you know? So you can like use cotton balls and use the no rinse and the actual anti-itch and put it on there so you're not spraying it right in the dog's eyes. They're not gonna like that anyway.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else?
I just have a quick question. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good evening. Somebody asked me today, because I made a couple of posts about the skin and coat. Someone asked me if that's the best option for dry skin in a dog.
Yes.
It is.
Yes, it's the best option. We use that a lot. I've used it on a couple of my customers, and also
Okay.
no rinse is another good one because it helps with the rejuvenation of like skin in general because of the lavender oil. So it helps moisturize.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. I see a lot of new people asking questions. I love it. Welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
Comment. I have one.
Okay, go ahead.
How you doing? How's everybody doing? Coming from health expert my own self. When you were talking about the ears, and we were talking about also understanding the damage. Also, they have to understand fungus is another thing that gets in the ears as well as the cracks of the pet ears, as well as in their feet as well. So that's another thing that look at too when they're damp. fungus has a tendency to get in there and cause a lot of irritation.
Definitely.
And parasites around in the rectal area. So you have to be careful with that as well.
Yeah, and guess what? Our actual anti-itch has tea tree oil in it. That helps kill a lot of is the main thing. Yep.
Yeah, because tea tree oil is the best antiseptic you can ever ask for, even if for humans as well. So definitely tea tree oil is definitely one of the key things that, and if you don't have it, you can always get the natural essential oil too and drop it in the water. Is like you saying for the pests also.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with that. So you want to make sure you dilute it properly, and that's why I don't really mess with essential oils and separate within our products, because if the owners don't know how to dilute essential oils properly, you can't actually. It could be potentially dangerous to pets. So yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. You're welcome. Anybody else? Going once? Going twice? Nobody? Okay. Well, I guess I just gave you guys a lot of great information today then. Not many questions. Well, I definitely want to thank each and every one of you Noveticans for listening to me tonight. I hope I wasn't too boring. I hope I gave you lots of great information. Once again, my name is Lita Lindholm. I'm one of the leaders here at Novetica. Make sure that if you don't have me on Facebook, it's Lita Lindholm, Lindholm. Make sure you add me on Facebook and send me a message if you have any questions, if you're too afraid to unmute yourself. So that way I can definitely help you answer anything. I love to send voice notes. A lot of times I'm on the road. So it's definitely, one of the things that I love to do. So feel free to send me a voice note so I can hear your beautiful voice. And I hope you guys are definitely doing well with your sales. If you have any questions, let me know. Mr. Brown, am I passing the call to you? I'm just making sure.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You're definitely passing Mr. Brown. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. All right. So if you guys don't know this man coming up next, he is one of our amazing founders. He has definitely helped me grow a lot since I've been here. He definitely has helped tour the actual corporate office for me. So he's given me a lot of insight, helped me with a lot of issues, and we definitely appreciate him here. So I want to pass the call. Make sure you guys still have your pen pads out. To an amazing founder, Mr. Brown. The floor is yours, sir.
Thank you, Ms. Lindholm. Get excited, ladies and gentlemen. You just heard from Ms. Lindholm. Isn't it great that we have a pet company that has pet professionals that voluntarily wanted to join in the business because they realize the value of these products, but more importantly, they get their breakdown from a professional standpoint, how they're utilizing the products. So anything that should back the security that you feel and what is that you have to offer. Does that make sense? And so thank you, Ms. Lindholm, breaking down all the products. Thank you for the way that you sell them and the bundles and all the different secrets that you've shared, right? Come on now. I hope y'all were taking notes because these are some really great nuggets that you dropped, okay? And what I want to do, ladies and gentlemen, is now that you've learned how to sell the products, okay, let's get into the perspective. Let's get into the mindset of understanding the compensation, okay? Now, what I'm going to do something a little bit different, okay? Typically we go through the comp plan, break it down to different ranks, that type of thing. I like to keep it simple, okay? What do you need to do to get this type of money? Does that make sense? Okay. But also afterwards, we'll give a few shout outs to some people that hit some ranks. We're really excited for you guys for what you did last month. So hold on tight, okay? Because we definitely want to give you the credit for all the hard work that you've done. But that being said, I want to talk about you launching your business, all right? And so please, even if you've seen this before, pay very close attention. Because the more that you see it, the more you begin understanding. Unless I can give you this PowerPoint, you can spit it back to me verbatim, or even better than I can, then you need to be taking notes. That makes sense? Okay? And so I'm really, really excited to share this with you all, because why not? Who doesn't want to learn how to make the money, right? And sometimes you don't really appreciate it until you're starting to get in the mix. And you see yourself ranking up, then you're going to realize, oh man, I wish I would have took notes. Oh, man, how do I gotta hit this? Wait, why is my check doing this? Wait, and it starts connecting. Okay, the dots start connecting. Trust me. So you want to really make sure you're studying, make sure you're paying attention, because the greatest learners are the greatest earners. What you don't want to do is you don't want to get to a point where you're trying to build and you're trying to hit a certain level and you don't really understand it. Does that make sense? You don't really realize, oh, wow, that's why I didn't create other leaders. Why? I don't have any other, pets. Yes, I have the value, but I don't have any other people in this position. So make sure you pay attention so that way you can see what exactly that you do in these ranks. Yeah. So that being said, again, I like to go over some information and make it fairly simple. Now we have two type of people that tend to join the business. Yeah, well, three actually. Now one person who signs up to do absolutely nothing. I know, it's crazy that they do that, but they do, right? They want to sign up just to buy the products themselves. And that's fine. Okay, that's all they want to do. That's what they want to do. But then you have other people who sign up because they just want to sell the products. They don't want to recruit. They don't want to build. They just want to sell the products. All right, cool. Then you have people that sign up and they go, you know what? I want to take this big. I want to take this to the top. I want to leverage myself and build a large team. Well, there's a compensation attached to both of those. People that just want to sell and the people that want to build a team, or doing both. Okay, does that make sense? So let's talk about selling their products. Well, there's two types of customers that you have. The first type of customer is a retail customer. Okay, someone that goes to your website, buys a product one time. Okay, whenever they want, they can go back and they can buy. Then you have a preferred customer. The definition of a preferred customer is someone that goes onto your website and puts it on a scheduled shipment. I mean, it's coming in month after month after month. Okay, so if I go to your website, I buy $100 worth of products from your website. One time, you will make a 25% commission because I'm a retail customer. I mean, if I bought $100 worth of products, you make $25. Come on, get excited, all right? You just made that in a matter of minutes, spending with me, okay, buying products. Now, if I go to your website, I buy $100 worth of products and I put on auto ship, you made $15 versus the 25. Why? Because me as the customer, I get a 10% discount. Okay? I'm excited about the discount. I'm excited about saving money. Okay. And would you rather make $25 one time? Or would you rather make $15 month after month after month? Of course, you want to make the residual income. Okay. So the goal is to get what type of customer? Let me see, type in the chat. Let's see who's paying attention. What type of customer should you be going after? Preferred.
Residual customer every month.
There you go. Yes, the preferred customer. Absolutely, the residual customer, which is called the preferred customer. Yes, get excited. All right, I'm seeing it. Let's go. All right. And so that being said, hold that thought. Okay, you want the preferred customer, but let's break it down a little bit further, because the more you sell, the more you make. Okay, Dr. London went into great detail to share with the top consultant who develops compensation plans for network marketing companies, and he wanted to really treat and benefit people who are actually going out there and selling their products. Okay, he said he wanted to make sure that this was a selling company where people can make money off of sales. Okay, so the more you sell, the more that you make. Nobody could put a cap on your income. So if you sold over $800 worth of EV, which stands for personal value, that's the amount of sales between you and your entire organization. So over 800, you get a 30% commission retail versus 25, and a what? A 20% commission versus 15 for preferred, meaning it increases 5%. Okay, you sell over $1,200 worth of products in 1 month, you get a 7% increase. So the 25 retail jumps to a 32, the 15 preferred jumps to a 22. And if you sell over $2,000 worth of products, ladies and gentlemen, we got people in this company that do that every single month. And believe it or not, most of the people are on auto ship. Okay, guess what? You make an extra 10% commission, meaning the 25 retail jumps to 35. The 15% preferred jumps to a 25% commission. So yes, the more you sell, the more you make. So you want to make sure you're capitalizing on all your sales. So make sure you learn how to sales. Okay. All right. That being said, we also have a bonus called the first order bonus. And I like to say that this bonus gets pretty sexy. Okay. And you'll see exactly why. But if I go to your website and I'm ordering products for the very first time, guess what? You get an extra 15% commission if I put it on auto ship. Okay? So let's break this down. Let's say I'm buying $100 worth of products from your website. Okay? You make your usual 15% commission because I put on auto ship. So you made your $15. But because this is my first order, the first order bonus kicks in as long as before the end of the month you hit active. Okay? Make sure you understand that. You need to make sure you get active before the end of the month if you want this bonus. Okay? And the definition of active is $250 worth of EV, personal value. Okay? And excuse my chicken scratches here, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? All right, $250 worth of PV, personal value. All right. And so that being said, let's say you're active. All right. I bought my $100 worth of sales. This is my first time. I put on auto ship. So yes, you made your $15 commission, but then you also make another 15% off of the CV. Okay. CV. Now follow me. CV is 70% of the retail price. Okay. So 70% of $100 is $70. Okay. So now you just made an extra 15% off of this $70. All right. Which is $10.50. Okay. Now you may ask yourself, well, why not the full 100, Mr. Brown? Why the 70? Because we already paid out $25 of that 100. Does that make sense? So we can't pay on money that isn't there anymore. Okay, these are where the bonuses come in. So Dr. London's only taking 5% for the company. The rest of the 70 is all in the compensation plan. Okay, and so here's how it plays out. This is why I said it could get sexy. Okay, because you just made an extra $10.50. All right, and so that means you made $25.50, meaning you made more money when you sign me up as a preferred customer versus if I would have signed up as a what? Retail. You see? Do you see? You starting to understand? Yes. So this makes sense. Dr. London is doing everything in his power to make sure you build your business the right way. So what type of customer do you want? The preferred customer. Even if it's their first order, Mr. Brown, yes, because they save money, but you make more money. Okay? It just makes sense. And you get to see the best results in their pet. Sure, you start noticing a difference within 2 weeks, but that's not the optimum results. The optimum results come after 3 months of consistent use. Okay, so yes, we want to make sure that they become a preferred customer. Okay, now let's break this down a little bit more. Okay, this is why building a team can get really, really exciting. Let's say the roles were reversed. Okay, let's say you recruited somebody who recruited me. Okay, let's say at the end of the month, I got $500, okay, of CV. That means new customers and put the orders on auto ship. Okay, which means because I made these sales, I'll make an extra 15% off of this. Okay, the CV, which means I made an extra $75. Woohoo! I'm excited. Right? I'm your new recruit, so you want me to be excited. You want me to make more money. So I'm excited. I'm like, yes, I just made extra $75 from this bonus. Hey. A person you recruited, a person you me, as long as they're active, they're going to get 8% of that 500 CV, which means they just made $40, ladies and gentlemen. But it's my sales. Does that make sense? They didn't have to make those sales. No, but they still get $40 off of that. That's the beauty of the first order bonus. But because you recruited that person who recruited me, guess what? You still get 6% of that sale, okay, of those sales from that month. So you just made, believe it or not, you just made, let me move this thing so I can see I'm not saying the wrong number. I want y'all to be like, Mr. Brown, I said the wrong number, $30, okay? So you just made $30, ladies and gentlemen. That's $30 you did not have. That's $30 from orders you did not have to make, okay? Those are not your sales, but yet you still made $30 off of it. Now, here's the thing. What if you had 20 of me for your second level? You see? What the person brought me in is just as excited, it's just as much of a seller that I am. Okay? And they did $500 in new sales. Then you get 8% of all those. And then on top of your sales, let's say you're a go-getter too. Let's say you're outselling me because you're leading from the front, right? Let's say you got $1,000 in CV of new sales. You still get 15% of all those orders. So this is why I said it can get really, really sexy. Why? Because that number can jump drastically if you allow it to. Does that make sense? So make sure you're teaching preferred customer. That's the best type of customer. Come on, you're never locked in. So what makes sense for them just to become a retail customer? Put on a scheduled shipment. If you want to cancel it, you can cancel it, but at least try the products out first. But once you realize how great these products are, you're going to be happy. Number one, you save money. And number two, you're not going to want to go anywhere else because this stuff works. It's the best of the best. Okay. Now, when you hit regional director, ladies and gentlemen, like we have a few regional directors on the team, congratulations. Get excited. Okay. When you hit regional director, all right, you get an extra 5% on not just your first level and your second level, no, on all levels until the next regional director. Let's say this is you, your RD. The next RD is not till another 100 people down, okay? 100 people, 100 levels is when you have the next RD. Believe it or not, you'll get paid 5% on all the new first orders from the first order bonus between you and those 100 people. Yes, yes. So this can get very, very lucrative, okay? So that's the first order bonus. Again, let's go back to the sales, okay? If you're selling, you know, and all you want to do is sell, then sure, you probably just want to make an extra couple dollars, right? Make something that could, you know, pay some bills, all right? So let's say you want to make about $1,000 a month. You know, that's it, just $1,000 a month starting out. In the next 3 to 6 months, you want to make $1,000 a month. That you just want to sell the products. What do you need to do? Well, you need to get, if we're talking about that's type of preferred customers, you get about $6,700 worth of sales as preferred customers. Okay, that's going to bring you $1,000 a month residually, or is it? No. Remember that extra selling bonus because you sold over $2,000 worth of products, the extra 10%, that kicks in. So you actually make closer to about $1,700. Yes, let's go. Get excited. And that's not bad, right? Extra $1,700 coming in month after month after month. Why? Because these are customers scheduled on auto ship as preferred customers. Okay. But let's say you want to go to retail route. Mr. Brown, I want to go to retail route. I don't want to do the auto ship. It's easier. You know, the percentages are higher. Sure, no problem. We only need $4,000 worth of customers to make $1,000 check for retail. Okay. However, once that boom, sales bonus kicks in, the extra $400 make closer to $1,400. But remember this: at the end of the month, you have to go back and get those $4,000 worth of customers all over again. Versus if they were scheduled shipment, it would come in month after month after month. Yes. So again, the best type of customer is what type of customer, ladies and gentlemen? A preferred customer. There you go. The preferred customer. Yes, absolutely. Okay, absolutely, absolutely. Hope y'all learning something here. Okay. Now, let's say you want to build a business like I want to build a business. You want to build it big. Okay. And I want you to study the most successful business entrepreneurs. And one thing you'll realize is all the billionaires, all the most successful people, one thing they did is they learned how to leverage themselves. Does that make sense? They learned how to leverage themselves. Think of Jeff Bezos, the owner of Amazon. Why is it so successful? Because you can basically buy whatever it is that you want on there. I won't be surprised if he starts building an auto dealership and he starts shipping cars to your doorstep. Okay, watch, it'll probably come out soon. Something like that. Okay. Well, with him selling everything, you got to ask this question: does he actually sell everything himself? No. He has other entrepreneurs using his platform, selling their products, selling their services, and he gets a percentage off of every single sale. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, That is the power of Amazon. That is the power of leverage. It led him to creating a $1 trillion company, okay? And he's a multi-billionaire, the richest man in the world, where when his wife divorced him, she became one of the top 10 billionaires in the world, okay? That's how wealthy he became. Why? Because he mastered the art of leverage. Now, I'm saying this because I want people to understand, those people that go, I don't want to recruit, or I don't like the idea of recruit. Why don't you? Don't you want to become highly successful? Don't you want to help other people make money? Don't you want to teach people or build up a new generation of entrepreneurs? Come on now. You got to realize the type of information you're receiving here at this type of level is legendary, right? You're learning in LLU, Lance London University. You're learning from the best of the best, okay? And so that being said, I want you to take in this information. I want you to take in this knowledge and understand you don't need to recruit the world. No, we just need to recruit 4 to 5 people that see the business as big as you do, if not more. And that right there can change your life for the rest of your life, okay? I like to call it finding your 4 to 5 aces. If you find 10 to 12, it can make you a millionaire, if not a multi-millionaire, okay? So now, before I step into these numbers, I want to really emphasize on this because I want you all to understand this. More importantly, I want you to be able to duplicate this and teach this to your team because it gets them to understand and prepare for the type of people that they're going to run into. Yes? Now, keep in mind, I said you need to find your aces. Okay? Imagine I have a deck of cards. Okay? How many cards are in the deck? Does anybody know? 52. There you go. 52 cards. Okay. Now, in 52, a deck of 52 cards, right? How many aces are in there? 4. There you go. So there's only 4 aces when I got to go through 52 cards. So imagine this deck is fresh. I'm shuffling it up. Okay, shuffling up really good. And I'm telling you, you got to pluck 1 card at a time. Now, here's the thing. Throughout that entire deck, those aces, they can be anywhere. They can all be at the top. Ace, 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 ace. They can be all at the bottom. When you play every single card, you don't get an ace until you get the last 4 cards. Or, more than likely, they're scattered all throughout the deck. Okay? You'll randomly find an ace as you go through. But the only way you're guaranteed to find every single ace is if you go through every single card, right? You have to just keep on plucking, going through the numbers. Now, that's the business. That's the business. If you want to find your 4 to 5 aces, you have to take your emotions out of it. Why? Because the first card you pluck may be a 2. The second card you pluck may be a 5. The next card you pluck may be a king or a queen, someone that might be successful, but guess what? They're way too big-headed to be coachable. Well, I know business. You don't need to teach me nothing. I already have a multi-million-dollar business. Sure, I respect you for that. But I'm not going to walk into a restaurant and tell a restaurant how to run their restaurant because I own a technology company. No, this is network marketing. Humble yourself and learn the business. I know network marketing. I've been doing network marketing for 5+ years. I know. Okay. I'm not taking anything away from that. But have you ever made any substantial amount of success? No? And maybe you should humble yourself and learn from some people that have. Yes? Okay? You're going to run into the kings and queens. And don't worry, I'm telling you this now. So when you approach them or they come in, they sign up because they're going to see it too. You better believe it. Understand who they are. They're not your aces. They're the kings and queens. They know it all. You can't teach them nothing, right? You're going to run into the jacks and the jokers, the people that come in to play games and waste your time, okay? But I didn't say to find those people. No, I said find the aces. And so, yes, you got to keep on going through the numbers. And once you find them, boom, you have a soldier. Okay, so let's say congratulations. You found 5 aces. You found 5 people that see the business as big as you do, if not more. Okay, let's say you take that same number of preferred customers and sales that we used in a previous example, $6,700 worth of sales, and you divvy it up between everybody evenly, right? So let's say everybody has about $1,100 worth of sales. Okay, at the end of the month, you're looking at a check of $560. Okay, Mr. Brown, that's not $1,000. No, it's not. But it's half of it. You only did what? A 6th of the work ethic. You only did a fraction of the work, but yet you still made half of the income. See, that's the power of building leverage. So what if you duplicate it? What if you copy and paste it, right? Everything that you taught these people, what if they began teaching the blueprint to their next team members and they all went out to find their 4 to 5 aces? Well, let's look at it like this. Let's say you're leading from the front. You're getting $1,200 in sales. Good job. Let's say your aces, they're not as good as you yet. They're only getting $500 in sales each. Let's say everybody else, okay? All of them on your second level are doing the bare minimum. They're just getting $300 in sales, ladies and gentlemen, just a little bit above active. Well, with these 30 consultants on your team, on your organization, at the end of the month, you're looking at a check of about $1,400, with $800 of it being residual income, right? That's $800 coming in month after month after month after month. Get excited, okay? Dr. Linda says network marketing is a lot of people doing what? A little bit, and you make a lot. Why is it coming in every single month? Because you're going after what type of customer?
Residual.
Exactly. See? Hope it's starting to click. Hope it's starting to make sense, okay? So let's say you went one level deeper. You built a third level leg. But remember, 4 to 5 people will change your life for the rest of your life. 10 to 12 can make you a millionaire, if not a multi-millionaire. So let's say you added another 5 legs, okay, another 5 aces, because you want to keep on building. You want to keep on adding new blood. It gets you excited, it gets your business going. You have a total of 210 distributors on your team. And it's not even being perfectly duplicated, okay? You're leading from the front. You have $1,000 of sales. All your aces, your 10 aces, let's say they're leading from the front too, because now they got a nice little organization. Okay, they're leading from the front. They're all getting $1,000 of sales. Let's say just about everybody else is only doing $300 in sales. Okay, at the end of the month, you're looking at a check of about $15,000, with $7,000 of it being residual income. Yes, $7,000 coming in month after month after month. Okay, now if you would like, or you feel as though $7,000 coming in every single month, okay? On the side of what you're doing full time, if you feel as though that could add so much value to your life, I want you to go in the chat and type in a 7, okay? You feel like $7,000 a month residual income can make a huge impact in your life, okay? Month after month after month, you look in your Helvetica card, you see an extra $7,000 coming in. You feel like that can make an impact in your life, add a 7 in the chat, okay? And if that's so, I want you to take a picture of this. Why? Because this is how you want to build your team. This is how you want to build your organization. You want to get 210 distributors within your organization so you can hit president. Does that make sense? Okay, I didn't say right on the screen. Come on now. Excited. Some people get happy. Yes, okay. But take a picture, all right? Now, here's the thing. Let's say at this point, okay, Dr. Lennon, our CEO, he goes, stop. That's it. There's no more distributors allowed in the organization. All you can do now, okay, to build your business is to sell products. Now, of course, we're a network marketing company. We'll never limit you from bringing in new distributors. But let's say, okay, he did for this example. And all you can do now is sell. So you have 210 distributors, boom, it capped out. All right. Everyone that took advantage of the opportunity early, congratulations. You got a nice team with you. Okay. Now, here's the thing. If you did $1,000 in sales last month of new preferred customers, who will do another 1,000 this month? Okay. Which means your sales go from 1,000 to what? 2,000. Okay. The people that did 300 last month, go do another 300 this month. It means your sales go from 300 to what? 600. Okay. Which means your residual check goes from $7,000 to $14,000 a month residual. Yes, making over $140,000 a year. Okay. So let's say you and your team stay consistent, not just 2 months, 6 months down the line. Your check goes from $7,000 to $40,000 a month, over $400,000 salary. Let's say you and your team stay consistent, ladies and gentlemen, okay? Not just 6 months, a year down the line. You keep on doing what you did last month, you do again this month, which means your sales, your residual check from $7,000 to $80,000 a month. Yes, you're scratching the surface of being a millionaire. Just talking 210 distributors. What happens when someone such as yourself really does this business and they get involved and they build a large organization? What happens when you really see this and you take it completely serious? You learn the presentation, you learn the products, you learn the opportunity, and you tell it to everybody that you see walking the dog across the street, everyone you see when you go to a dog park, everyone you see in the grocery store when they're in the dog aisle, everyone you see on Facebook, on Instagram when they're posting pictures of their dog. What happens if you really take this business serious? You build it not just to what, 200? No, you find your 10 to 12 aces and you build it to 2,000. You build it to 20,000. I've seen people that say they have over 400,000 people in their organization that make $1 million a month. Yes. What if you really do take it that serious? You position yourself to change not just your life, but the life of your future generations, creating generational wealth. Does that make sense? That's what you have here. That's what's in your hands, okay? So what I want to do, and I hope you hear my passion, I hope you see how serious I'm taking this, I hope you see how much I believe this, because I truly do. I believe we are changing lives. I believe we have the best opportunity out there in the marketplace. I believe we have the greatest leadership in Dr. London and everything that he's doing with this company. I believe we have such a unique concept. This can go on to become the #1 network marketing company out there in the world. Yes, I believe every single bit of this. So when I say we have the best opportunity on our hands, yes, we do. So please, 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 please understand my passion. No, don't excuse my passion. Understand it and believe with me, because I want you to take full-fledged advantage of it, just like I'm taking full-fledged advantage of it. Does that make sense? I want you to reap what it is that you sow. And so I want you to sow good seeds. Yes? I want you to sow seeds that's going to produce fruit, right? Okay? So how do you produce the right fruit? Well, you want to make sure you follow the game plan, okay? And here's a quick synopsis, if you will, of a game plan for you to build your business, okay? Well, the first thing you want to do is launch your business with a grand opening. If you haven't done yet, don't worry, you have opportunity to do so. You want to start by creating a list of 100 people. The goal is to put this information in front of as many people as possible. So when you create that list of 100 people, you're going to reach out and confirm 40 of them to your grand opening. What is a grand opening? Well, think about those TV shows you see, you know, those big old tall buildings, and somebody just opened up their business. They got a big old, you know, ribbon on there. And they grab giant scissors. They got about 20 people out there out front. They count down 3, 2, 1. Right, they cut the ribbon, and everybody cheers, and they go inside. Why are they going inside? To support the business. It's their first day launch. That's why they're doing it. It's called a grand opening, yes? So who best to support you than the people that you know, the closest people around you, okay? So you want to invite and confirm 40 people. Now, here's the thing. When you confirm 40 people, are all 8 to 15 going to show up? No, of course not. Why? Don't sign up for that class. Right, that's not what we're here to talk about. We don't know. If we can figure out why people, you know, say they're going to do one thing and do something else, then guess what? All of us would be millionaires right now already. Okay? But guess what? That's human nature. There's no solution to know why people do what they do. Okay? Understand things happen. Give them grace. But that's why you want to confirm 40. Because if you confirm 40, 8 to 15 will show up to your grand opening. So that being said, congratulations. Great job. You just confirmed 40 people, 8 to 15 show up. But how do you invite them to make sure that they show up? Here's a few things. This is very vital. This is very important. And I want you to understand this completely. Okay? This is what I would not do, because there's a right way and a wrong way to do this business. Do not call them. Do not reach out to them. Do not text them and go, hey, I know you got a dog, but listen, I got these new products. It's called digestive, it's called multivitamin. Look, I think you can use this product. This probably be good for your dog. Come to my grand opening. No. I'm like, look at this person trying to sell me. Come on now. They like to buy, they don't like to be sold. So here's how you do it. You invite them to an event. You invite them to something that's going to be fun. You invite them to your launch, to your grand opening. How would I invite somebody to make sure that they're so excited to come to my grand opening? Well, here's how I would do it. Okay, let's see who got the camera on. I can talk to him. All right, Mr. Charles. We'll call Mr. Charles. I go, hey, Mr. Charles, how you doing, Mr. Charles? Hey, how you doing, sir? Oh, man, I'm doing fantastic, man. I know it's been a while since we talked. Everything okay with you? Oh, fantastic. Yes, sir. How you doing? Man, I'm doing great, doing great. You know, I mean, it's actually funny, man. I'm glad I had a chance to connect with you. I don't know if you know this, but man, I just launched my business. Okay, I'm really excited about that. And that being said, I'm actually going to be having a grand opening. Okay, it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be games, there's going to be prizes, and I understand it's COVID, so we're not meeting up. It's actually all going to be online. Okay, and so the reason why I called you is because although we're going to have a lot of fun, although it's going to be games or prizes, more importantly, I would love to have your support, man. You know, there's only a selective group of people, but I felt as though I wanted to add you to that list. You know, would you be open to supporting me in my launch? Sure, absolutely. Okay, great, man. You know, so here's what I like to do, okay? Are you available? Boom, boom, boom. Give them the date, give them the time, okay? And lock them in. Now, who will say no to that? If they say no, then more than likely they really do have something coming up. You just told them there's going to be games, there's going to be prizes, it's going to be fun. Yes, all right, cool, let's do it. You know, people want to have fun. They're tired of being locked down. They're tired of sitting down. They want to do something exciting. They're tired of getting on Zoom calls for work. They want to do something fun, right? So you invite them to have that fun event. Guess what? Yes, more importantly, can you support me? You mind being open to support me, okay? Once they give you their word, yes, get them locked in. Now, here's the thing. Let's say my event was next week, because I'm not going to do things last minute. I'm going to call and invite them, you know, and try to get 40 confirmations the day before. Right now, I'm going to do my business professionally. I'm going to do it the right way. I'm going to give them a courtesy of at least a week, right? Now, am I going to wait a whole nother week to send out the link and get them invited? No. I'm going to make sure I constantly follow up with them. I'm constantly staying in touch. Hey, thanks again for supporting me. You know, 2 days later, hey, thanks again for supporting me. You know, I appreciate you, Mr. Charles. Here's the link for my meeting. Okay, here's the link for my event. Okay, 2 days later, hey, Charles, what's going on, brother? You know, I can't wait to see you. Okay, on Saturday, don't forget, 4 o'clock, I'll see you there. Okay, the day before. Tomorrow is the day. I know, out of sight, out of mind. You know, thank you again for being there to support me. I can't wait to have you. Get ready to have some fun. The day of, hey, you know, I assume that we're still good to go for this evening at 4 p.m. Right? I'm going to make sure I follow up. Do not just get their confirmation and go, oh yeah, they're coming. No, out of sight, out of mind. Okay? If you don't follow up with them, it's your fault they didn't come. Now, if you've been staying in touch with them, they even give you the word, yes, yep, I see you there. Great, yep, yes, sir, I'll see you. Okay, and they don't show up, now that's on them. They got to deal with that on their contract. Okay? So yes, you want to have your grand opening, and what you want to do is you're going to get on this grand opening with your upline. They're going to help you. Okay, all you have to do is this. Hey, everybody, thanks for coming out to support me. You know, let's do a quick trivia. You want to ask 5 questions. Okay, that's multiple choice. Then go, all right. So that being said, I'm going to pass the call on to Mr. Brown, Mr. Bangor, right? Whoever your upline is. Does that make sense? Then they're going to go over the rest of the information. Okay? The only thing that you're going to do is assist with the game, assist with the fun stuff. Okay? And I literally mean that, just assist. Okay? That's how simple it is. But it's not just for you to just sit on there and go, yeah, this is fun. It's on there. We're doing it so you can learn, because you're going to have to do that for your team, right? Come on now, you want to grow, you want to build, you want to build a great business, right? You want to be able to leverage yourself. Then you got to be able to teach the same things that you're learning yourself. So you should be there taking notes, learning all the products, learning all the information, learning everything you can, so that way you can make sure you're supporting your business partner the way that you're getting supported. Okay? At least you're aces, right? So congratulations, you had a grand opening. While you're in the process of having your grand opening, at the same time, simultaneously, you're going to be what? Bringing on those people that see the business like you do, okay? You're shooting for RPC, Regional Pet Consultant. In order to do so, you need to bring in 3 people, okay, that become active. Meaning, you need to bring in 3 people that get $250 worth of sales or more. What's the easiest way to do that? The product pack. Does that make sense? The product pack, yes. Okay, get them and bring them in with the product pack so that way they get the value necessary. They get the products necessary. They feel confident in their products. As you haven't heard, there's kind of been a trend. People that got on and just bought 1 or 2 products, and then they realized, hey, I need the entire product pack. And then once they did so, their sales blew out the water. There's a reason for that. Because this is not skincare. This is not a liquid or a pill multivitamin. This is not protein powder. We all understand those things. We've seen those for years. We know how those work. But when you tell someone, I have a nutraceutical, it's a nutraceutical. When you tell somebody, I have a product called Wet Away, what is a Wet Away? Okay? Yes, these are products that you need to learn yourself. And when you have them on hand, you see them working, you give out samples, it builds your belief level yourself. So if that's what it does to you, it's going to do the same thing to your new business partners. Okay? So you bring on 3 people, okay? These 3 people, they get their products, they're excited, okay? They become commission active. Guess what? You hit something called regional pet consultants. Here's what you need to do to hit RPC. Number 1, you need to have $400 in personal sales, PB, meaning your own sales, up to $100 of your own personal purchases can be applied towards that active status of $400, okay, for RPC. All right, meaning you get $300 and $100 of your own sales or your own purchases, sorry, or it could be $400 of all customers. It's up to you, or anywhere in between. Okay. The second thing you need is you need what? $1,500 worth of group value. Okay, meaning sales between you and your entire organization needs to be at least $1,500. All right, and also you need 3 active links, meaning you brought 3 people in personally that have all gotten commission active or more. Okay, and so when you do so, ladies and gentlemen, let's go get excited. You hit RPC. What's the fastest somebody hit RPC? Just blow your mind. 48 hours. Somebody hit regional pet consultant in 48 hours. So if somebody did that in 48 hours, what can you do in a month? Does that make sense? So it's time to get to work. How they do it? They told everybody they saw. They told everybody they ran into. They reached out to everybody on their Facebook friends list. They called everybody in their contact list and let them know, hey, I have something that's so amazing, so unique, something that's never been done before. This is going to blow your mind, whether you have pets or not. This is something that you really need to take a look at. Okay, and more importantly, tell me what you think, because I think this could be big. Please, hop on real quick. Just tell me what you think. I'd like to know. Okay? That makes sense? All right. So that is RPC, Regional Pet Consultant. Once you hit RPC, the next goal is to go to RD, Regional Director, Tunnel Vision. Boom. Okay. Now, this should be your 3 to 6 month game plan at the very least. Okay. RD, Regional Director. Now, when you hit RD, you're probably going to make anywhere between, at the very minimum, it's going to be like $550. But the average person makes anywhere between $700 to $2,500 a month. Okay. And so that being said, what do you need to do to hit RD? Well, you need to copy and paste. You need to duplicate those same people that you brought in, those aces. Yes, help them now hit RPC. Help them grow. Okay. And so really you only need 2, but your job is to help all 3 of them hit RPC. Right? Help them build a team. Help them grow. Help them find at least 3 of their aces. Help those people get active. Okay. And then find another 2 aces. So you have 5 aces total. Okay. So let's break it down. What do you need to hit RD in your next 3 to 6 months? What do you need to do? Well, the first thing is this. You want to make sure you get $700 worth of personal value. Now, once you master $700 in sales, it doesn't matter what position you're going after, you've mastered the minimum requirement of your own personal sales. Okay. Now, I've heard and I've been told from multiple different companies, wow, I had to do $2,000 in sales to get to the top position. Wow, I had to do $1,500 in sales to get to the top position. All I need to do is $700. That's amazing. Why? Because Dr. London made the compensation plan extremely lucrative because we're in the very beginning. He wants you to take off. He wants you to grow. He wants you to rank. You still have to work. It's still a business, right? But trust me, it's a whole lot more simple than a lot of network marketing out. Okay? The next thing you need to do is need $1,500 worth of sales between you and your 5 legs or more. Okay? Now, only 4,200 can come from one leg out of that 7,500. Okay? So that means you can't just build one massive leg and just have another 4 active legs. No, you need to make sure you're helping multiple people. All right? And you need 2 RPCs, regional pet consultants. Your goal is to build 3, but you want to help at least 2 people become RPC. Right? When you do so, congratulations, you're a regional director. You're making anywhere between $700 to $2,500 a month residually. Okay, and that's a nice little check. Trust me, you're gonna be happy. You're gonna be excited. I've gotten calls when people hear RD and it's 1 o'clock in the morning. They just got the email of their payment. They call me. They go, Miss Brown, let's go, Miss Brown, let's go where? I don't care. Let's go somewhere. Let's go do something. Oh my goodness, I love this business. Let's go. Okay, they were really excited because they realized, hey, this ain't bad. It's a nice little check. What's gonna happen if I keep it going? Okay, well, I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. Here's the beautiful thing about the compensation plan. If you master regional director and building RDs, you can hit anywhere up to what? Black Diamond, which is the top rank in the company. Why? Because what you want to do is just go to another level, go to your second level and start building RDs. Once you build RDs at your second level, go to your third level and start building RDs. What's going to happen is automatically people are going to rank up. People are going to grow, okay? So this position right here, RD, that's the position to focus in on, not just for you, but also for your team members. Get them to RD and go to the next level and start building other RDs. Because remember, you already mastered $700 in sales. Make sense? Come on now. Give y'all gems. I'm teaching you how to build and how to grow big, okay? So next level you want to focus in on is diamond, okay? Diamond. Now, when you hit diamond, ladies and gentlemen, you're making anywhere between $8,000 to $20,000 a month residually, okay? Yes. Get excited. You're making 6 figures in your business, okay? You need to create 2 vice presidents, 2 president directors, which means basically you got a bunch of RDs all throughout your organization, okay? The next level and the last level you want to hit is Black Diamond, okay? When you hit Black Diamond, congratulations, because you're now a millionaire. You're making about $100,000 a month, right? But remember what I say, you need what? 10 to 12 aces. You need 12 active legs to hit Black Diamond. And when you do so, boom, you are now creating generational wealth, okay? And so that being said, ladies and gentlemen, don't believe me. No, please don't believe me. In fact, we're gonna do something together since we do have Google up. You know, Google happens to be up. Let's Google something really quickly. Let's search top network marketing earners 2021, right? I remember my father came over to just check me out at the house, and he heard me on a call, and I was telling people, don't believe me, go ahead and search on your own. I want you to search top network marketing earners 2021. And while he was listening, sitting on the couch, he said, I searched them myself, and he said, wow. And I'm gonna show you why he said, wow, okay? Well, let's go on this list here. Let's see, we got this screen on. Miss Williams. Miss Williams, I'm gonna ask for your help really quickly, 1 second, okay? What we're gonna see here is the top earners, okay, the top 50 people on this list. I'm gonna zoom in for you, Miss Williams, okay? And if you can please help me, tell me, what does that number say right there? Can you see it?
Yeah, it says 1,800,000
There you go. And that's $1,800,000 per what?
per month.
Per
Wow, per month.
Yes.
Wow.
Per month. Making $21 million a year. Okay? Tell me
Wow.
how marketing can't make you money. Does that make sense?
Wow,
Yes,
absolutely.
I appreciate you, Miss Williams. All right, let's go to somebody else. Who we got? It's Miss Kristen. Miss Kristen, if you can please help me, ma'am. Okay, 1 second. You know, because people might go, that's the #1 person, Mr. Brown. Of course they're going to make that. All right, fine. Let's go to rank 50. The person always in 50th place. Uh-oh. Boom, there we go. Miss Kristen, if you can please help me. What does that number say, ma'am?
281,000.
$281,000 a month. Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate that. Still making $3 million a year. Residual. With no overhead. With no employees. With no building that they have to pay rent on. We're not having to pay electricity and insurance. We're not having to pay warehouse fees. We're not having to ship the products. We're not having to pack the products. Making $3 million a year. Do me a favor, you know, because I understand. I might go, this is the top 50 people, Mr. Brown. Of course, it's the top 50 people. Fine, let me share something with you. First of all, okay, this is the top 50 people that don't mind sharing how much money they're making. Because I know good and well that there's other people whose names I know of that are highly paid network marketers who are #1 in their company and their names aren't on that list. There's people that are second, third, fourth place whose name is on that list, but the #1 earner isn't on there. And so that goes to tell me everybody doesn't want their name on it. They don't want Uncle Sam to know how much money they're making. So that being said, taking the people that don't want their names on it, only the people that do, because they don't mind, they go, it's their marketing. Sure, you can tell people how much money I'm making. I don't care. Okay? Wait 1,000. I know I've never wanted to be in 1,000th place before. You know, nobody ever said, you know what, I want to be in 1,000th place. Well, let's look at what person rank 1,000 is making right now. Miss Triple, if you don't mind, Miss Triple, what does that number say right there, man?
45,000.
Dollars per month. Thank you, Miss Triple. I appreciate you, man. $45,000 a month. OA in rank 1,000. You see? This isn't a game, ladies and gentlemen. We're talking about changing lives here. We're talking about creating something that's going to create generational wealth. We're talking about building a company doing something that's never been done before. We're talking about creating a company that is getting involved in the multi-billion-dollar industry, and it cracks me up that people sleep on this industry so much. I remember I was buying, someone was involved in another jewelry. I'll say the name, paparazzi. They're involved in paparazzi, okay? And, I wanted to see if they had dog collars. I was going to support her. I know how hard it is when someone's just getting started. It's a family member, you would think she'd join the better company. That's another story. I'm here to support her. Boy, let me buy one of your jewelry. You got any collars? She goes, no, but I got a necklace. Okay, because your dog is small, it'll fit good around his neck, and it'll look very bling-like. I'm like, you know what? That's not a bad idea. You know what? I'll go ahead, I'll buy it. Okay. Well, she comes back to me. She goes, you know what? I talked to somebody, my upline, and my upline told me that, it's not a good image for me to have my products on your dog. I said, excuse me? She said, yeah, it's not good for, image and this and that. I was like, hold on. Okay. So your upline told you not to sell me the necklace because I want to put it on my dog. I said, yeah, because I don't want that branding for myself. Branding is important. I said, okay, well, let me tell you something. Don't listen to your upline. Okay. Now I never tell nobody this, but this is my cousin. I had to give it a real talk. Don't listen to your upline. First of all, number one, why would you not make a sale? If I want to buy a necklace, it don't matter if I want to put it around my ankle, if I want to put it around my toes, that's what I want to do with my necklace. Does that make sense? Okay? No, you do what it takes to win as long as it's legal and morally right. And what I do, once I buy it, that's my business. All right? Now, here's the thing. And I want you to understand this. People right now, they're buying Gucci to put on their dog. They're buying gold chains. They're buying Louis Vuitton vests to put on their dog. So you think Gucci goes, I don't want dogs to wear. No. How about Louis? But your $5 necklace, too good for my dog. You know what? It's okay. It's okay. Fine. Don't take my money. No, don't worry. I'll go out support somebody else. I want you to remember that. Okay? I want you to remember that. And don't forget this, because that is crazy. You see? Now, what the problem is people have begun sleeping on the pet industry. That's what the reality is. They don't understand how much money is to be made in the pet industry. So what could have happened is she's the person that started branding herself differently. And the whole company, now all of a sudden, you realize, hey, wow, I want my dog to wear something like that. And people come to me and go, where'd you buy that necklace? I could have sent her more business. But no, because she doesn't understand what's happening here, she's missing out. That's her fault. But I warned her. I said, don't listen to her. You need another upline. Go above her. Because I don't think she's a good upline. Okay? Now, that being said, if that's the industry we're involved with, if the industry we're involved with, when people go to Shark Tank and they pitch their business and people go, I don't want to do it. You know, it's an ingenious idea, especially when they're dealing with pets. I've seen them all the time. They close people's ideas down at pets. I'm like, that's such a good idea. Why don't you not do that? And the company leaves and they're going to make millions. Multi-million dollars. But the person on Shark Tank couldn't see. That's what's happening in the pet industry. So understand, when people don't see it, it's okay. KeepItMoving.com, because they won't be surely awakened when it happens. You know, there's literally, it's supposed to grow another $100 billion by next year. And because you got involved early, because you're learning the information now, because you're positioning yourself in the front, when this company grows to make 100 million, 500, $1 billion, and you position yourself in the beginning, imagine what you're going to make. Okay, imagine where your name will be on that list. You see? So let me, I hope I'm leveling with y'all. You know, I hope I'm leveling with you and it's making sense. Now here's the thing, because I know we get into it. I'm going to close this soon. And I'm going to give y'all some shout outs, because some of y'all deserve some shout outs. But let me say this really quick before I go into that. This is the last thing I want to share with you. When it comes to you getting your name on that list, there's a few things that you have to understand. Okay, if you were to ask any of those people in that top 1,000 list, how did you get up there? How did you position yourself to hit to that top level of success? There's 3 things they're going to tell you. The number 1 thing they're going to tell you is never miss anything. Say never miss anything. Why? Because the greatest learners are the greatest earners in this business. The more that you learn, the more that you earn. It's been 7 years and I never missed anything. I tuned into everything. I made all the calls. When competitions were put out there, traveling opportunities were put out there, I made sure I qualified so that I never missed anything. I wanted to make sure I was at every single event, every single fall, every single meeting I could be at, I was there. I never missed anything. The second thing I'll tell you is, you know, I became 110% coachable. See, what I realized was I looked at it like sports. You know, back in sports when I was doing football, okay, understand that they used to make me do conditioning and run gashers and run laps and all this. I was tired. My brother was tired, ladies and gentlemen. Don't get it twisted. You carrying around, you know, armor on you. Does that make sense? That's weight. You got to run and do all this and all that. Please. At the end of the practice, you better believe I was ready to go home. But they tell me, line up, okay? That means even though you're tired, even though practice is over, they about to make you run some more, okay? Now here's the thing, did I like it? No. But did I do it? Yes. Why? Because they were my coaches. I understand what they were doing was not to hurt me, it's only to make me better. So when it came time for the game, I'm looking at the other team, they're tired, they're worn out, but it's for a quarter, right? It's almost 10 o'clock p.m. and y'all still in the car learning, right? See, what I understood was I was 110% coachable, and the information they were giving me, the teaching that they were giving me was helping me to grow, was helping me to get into the position where I needed to be in to level up. Especially when you're involved with a medical. We giving y'all everything. We're not holding back. Go ahead, get involved with another company. See what they tell you on these type of calls. See if they go into detail like we go into detail. See if they break down the industry like we breaking down the industry. See if you learn anything until you go to those big old conventions, then you may hear 1, 2, maybe 3 people and make it 10, 20, 30, $100,000 a month that you can hear from 1, 2, maybe possibly 4 times in a year. You're trying to take as much notes as you can, you probably forget about it a month later. Go ahead. But no, see, in this, we're giving you everything, all the gems that you need to grow and become successful, but you need to be 110% coachable. You need to be able to apply it, right? Come on, we're giving it to you. Apply it so that way you can get that same type of success. Y'all feeling where I'm coming from? If you feel where I'm coming from, go in the chat, type in a second. I need to see, are you understanding? Are we leveling here? Come on, I need to see we leveling. Good. Let's go. All right. Look. And there's one more thing. The last thing that they'll share with you is this. Okay. The third thing that they will share with you is number one, you want to be, well, the third thing they will share is not number one, right? The third thing they will share with you is this. You want to be ignorance on fire versus knowledge on ice. Okay? Ignorance on fire versus knowledge on ice. Meaning, even though you don't know what you're doing, try anyway. But Mr. Brown, I'm a mess up. I know, but I'm gonna make mistakes. I know, but I'll probably say the wrong thing. I know. That's part of what? Getting experience. See, if you were working to become a doctor, right? Sure, you go to school for 20 years. But after you come out of school in 20 years, you get a degree, not an official doctor. Now you need to what? Shadow, right? You need to work alongside another doctor, another physician who knows what they're doing, right? You sit in a room where they go, pass the scissors, pass the scissors, pass this, pass. Why? So you can learn from experience. Does that make sense? And when you do something or you say something wrong, they're there to correct you. No, that's not the scissors. That's the whatever. I was about to make up a tool. Hey, don't get me in here making up tools. I don't know. That's a scalpel. Don't pass the scalpel. I'll set the scissors. Okay. You see what I'm saying? They'll be there to be able to correct you. Okay. So when you're out there working, you're out there making mistakes that gives you a reason to plug into your outline like you're doing every day, right? You're plugging into you say what you did throughout the day. Look, man, I said this, I said that, and the person wasn't interested. Well, tell me exactly what you say, word for word. Blah, 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 blah. That's why. Look, never make people feel like you need them more than they need you. Remember, this is your business, okay? You sound too needy. I wouldn't join you either. Why do you need me in your business so badly? You must not be doing good, Look, what did you say? I said, blah, blah, blah. That's why. Work on your voice tones. You ain't sound too excited. You said exactly like that? Yeah, I said exactly like that. You need to work on your voice tones a little bit, You don't sound confident. If I can go, hey, would you like to join a business? There's this opportunity with that. I'm not going to trust you either. I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. No. I don't know what you're doing. No, thank you. Okay? Work on your voice tones a little bit. Sound a little more excited. Sound a little more enthusiastic. Start carrying your 3 best friends. See, you get to learn. Versus, you go, well, I'm not going to do anything, Mr. Brown, until I learn all the information. I just got my pen and paper, I'm taking all the posts. I'm not applying nothing. You're not going to do anything. No, you're not going to go anywhere. You're not, because you're not applying the information. Okay? I would much rather you go ignorance on fire and learn as you earn. Does that make sense? And understand the best combination is to eventually become knowledge on fire. Does that make sense? Knowledge on fire, where the information began catching up to you. You learn what to say, you learn what not to say. You learn all the right things, you learn to avoid the wrong things. You learn how to, get somebody excited. You learn how to keep them curious. You learn how to bring them in. You learn how to get them started. You learn how to duplicate. You learn how to edify the events. You learn how to edify your upline. You learn how to edify, come on now. Next thing you look back, you see them growing into leaders. You see your checks growing into salaries. And you see what? An empire being built and turning into a culture of leaders. All right? And so that being said, and speaking of culture of leaders, that gets me excited right there. I love that. I love seeing people grow. I love seeing people grow and become better and leveling up, I really do. That moves me. That gets me passionate. It lets me know, hey, we are in the right business. more importantly, that lets me know that we are doing something right. The fact that people are going to the next level. And so that being said, of course, you know we got to do it here at Novetica. This is the last thing we want to do before we wrap up. I know it's getting late, but come on, y'all, it's time to celebrate. Why? Because we're going to congratulate all the new ranks of March. Everyone that has worked their tail off in March to level up and hit a new rank. This is our time to congratulate you, okay? So we're really excited to pull up the slide and list a few names, okay? So the first thing we want to do is this. First and foremost, we want to congratulate all the new senior pet consultants, ladies and gentlemen, okay? And that is Miss Rana Strasberg. Get excited, ma'am. And Miss Christina Collins. Let's go. Let's go. Excited, all right? Get excited. Now, let's congratulate some new area pet consultants. All right? Now, I ain't gonna lie to you. That first name right there, it made a brother stop really quickly, okay? So if I mispronounce it, please have grace. Just correct me, you know? Let me know how to properly say your name. But I'm gonna do my best, okay? Miss or Mr. Antorionette Stancil, okay? Miss Stancil, congratulations for hitting area pet consultant. Great job, man. We are excited for you. But first and foremost, is Dr. London here? I don't know. I mean, I was just jumped into it. I didn't check to see if Dr. London was on. Maybe he wants to congratulate you all. Dr. London, are you here, sir? See, here. Double check. No, I don't see him. Okay. All right. So that being said, all right, the next person we want to congratulate for an area pet consultant is Miss Kayla Wiggins. Let's go, man. Let's grow, man. I'm excited for you. You know, I'm glad that you got involved with Novetica. I'm glad to see that you take full-fledged advantage of the business, man. Keep on going, keep on growing. Congratulations for hitting area pet consultant, okay? Now, we have a lot of new positions, right? Of what? Regional pet consultants, all right? So let's take some time now to get excited for the new regional pet consultants. This one has been a long time coming. Mr. Sean Bailey, let's go, sir, let's go. I'm excited for you. I've seen so much growth. I've seen so much, leveling up. Hearing you speak, hearing you talk, and hearing the way that you carry yourself, it's definitely going to become an amazing, incredible lady. Congratulations for hitting regional pet consultants, all right? Miss April Griffiths, Miss Griffiths, this is the, what I like to call competition and sales queen. Does that make sense? Whatever competition is out there, some way, somehow, she finds a way to make it happen, and she goes on to win. Well, she's learned not just how to sell, she's learned how to build. So congratulations on bringing on new team members and hitting regional pet consultant, ma'am. I'm excited for you. Let's go. Let's grow. Miss Ashley Motor. All right, Miss Motor. Congratulations, Miss Motor. Let's go. Let's grow. All right. She is out in, I believe, Michigan, running a restaurant, an ice cream shop, and that being said, she's learning how to serve up some Novetica business as well. All right, come on out. Congratulations, Miss Motor, for an RPC. Next level is lined up for you, all right? But we're not finished. No, we have more regional pet consultants to celebrate. Mr. Willie Dove, all right? I've never met a more professional person than Mr. Willie Dove. Whenever I call him, he's always so professional. Hello, Mr. Brown, how are you, Mr. Brown? I love Mr. Willie Dove. I love the energy, sir. Keep up the good work. Get excited, sir. Congratulations for an RPC. I'm proud of you, sir. Miss Shantae Bridges. Get excited, Miss Bridges. Get excited, ma'am. Now, I don't know you all that well, but I do know this. You're always on every call. You're always tuning in, and of course you work under the Success Squad under the leadership of Mr. Dada Bangor and Mr. Yanni Davis. Those are two people that I absolutely love. I love you too, man. Get excited, Miss Shantae Bridges. Congratulations for hitting RPC, Regional Pet Consultant, and there's so much more available for you. Keep on going, man. Great job, okay? We have a new director, Miss Adriana Morrison. Let's get excited for Miss Morrison. All right. She is Miss Pageant winner. Okay. But now she's going into Miss Director. All right? Yes, ma'am. Congratulations for hitting director. You know, I know you're working hard. I know you're working close to Mr. Van Gogh. Keep on tuning in and keep on plugging in and keep on growing, man. Congratulations on all your hard work. I'm excited for you to see where you're going to keep on growing to. Let's go and let's grow. And last but not least, let's go. We have another Miss Heather Friedman. Hey, congratulations for hitting RD regional director. Yes, yes, yes. Get excited. She came into the business. Believe it or not, she signed up last year when we had the $5 special. Okay, you know those people that came up for $5, bought a few products and realized, oh my goodness, I need more products. Okay, I need to take full-fledged advantage of this business. And here she goes a few months later, now hitting regional director. She's building a phenomenal team, building a great team, and she's learning how to become a great, phenomenal leader. So congratulations, Ms. Friedner. I know you've been working hard. Let's keep on growing. Vice President is right around the corner, ma'am. Let's go, let's grow. And that is all the new ranks of the month. So I'm excited for everybody, and congratulations to everyone as work hard to rank up this month. Now, it's a whole new month now, right? It's April. We're halfway through the month. I'm ready to see some more names on that list, okay? I'm excited to see some more names on that list. And yes, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. I want you to rank up again. You whose name was just on that list? Yes. Rank up to the next level. Let's go. You whose name wasn't on that list? It's time to get your name on there, all right? I know you can do it. I believe in you. You learn too much value. You learn too much information on these calls. Whatever you do, I hope you took those 3 things that I told you and you take it to heart, okay? You take it to heart, you keep on pushing, you keep on growing, because that's the way that you become a leader. More than anything, I want you to understand leadership. More than the products, I want you to understand leadership. I want you to understand taking ownership of everything that you do. Don't point the finger at none of the founders. Don't point the finger at your upline. Don't point the finger at your downline. If anything, you got to point the finger at yourself. What are you not doing? What am I not doing? What can I do to continue to grow, become better at in my business? They're laying out the game plan. They're laying out the blueprint. I need to make sure I'm doing all I can to get to the next level. And so, that being said, I see everybody wiping down their forehead, you know, they do the same thing. You know, I feel like I got some crazy adrenaline running through me, and it's 10 o'clock, okay? So I'm gonna take these glasses off. I'm gonna hit a little side, so I go over the back and keep on packing. We got tons of products back here to pack, right? But I'm excited, and congratulations to everyone that ranked up, you know, and there's so many more people to hit new ranks this month. I'm excited to meet you. I'm excited to see those names. You know, make me know you. Does that make sense? Make me know you. I want to learn your name. Force me to learn your name. Okay, put your name on the list. Force me to read your name and know who you are. Okay, let's continue to keep on pushing. Continue to keep on growing. Have a great evening, ladies and gentlemen. Getting a better excited. And before we wrap up this call, I just need somebody to do one thing. I only need just a few people. Everybody don't need to do it. Only those that really love business. Okay, if you're ready to grow and become a leader and go to the next level, before you hop off, I need you to unmute yourself and just shout out, let's go, let's grow, okay? Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Enjoy the rest of your evenings, ladies and gentlemen. Have a great one. And I will talk to you. Take care.
Enjoy your evening.